Welcome to PlayStation 5.
Well, my friends, it's finally here. The PlayStation 5 has been revealed by Sony yesterday on the 11th of June. And we didn't get to see one PlayStation 5, we actually in fact got to see two different types of PlayStation 5, which obviously is showing us that there's going to be two different editions of the console at launch. So in this video I'm just going to delve a little bit into what we've seen so far and everything that Sony showed us in relation to the PS5. Before I do, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to keep up to date with my content. Thanks in advance, you're awesome. So, looking at the PlayStation 5, first things first, it's white. Yes, Sony have decided to take a step away from their traditional black consoles such as a PS2, PS3 and PS4 and went for a chic white and black. What do I think of it? If someone asked me what I thought of this, I would say it looks modern. It's slick and it's a bit futuristic. I like the fact that it's going to be stood on its side instead of being laid flat horizontal, only because it tends to be better for the fans, especially if they build it to be stood up. It means hopefully cooling wise it will stay nice and temp. It's got a very nice curvy sort of monochrome look to it, which again is very futuristic, and I think it sort of shows the direction that Sony want to take us in. It definitely looks, although it's a bit odd and a bit unusual, I have to say it looks so much better than the Xbox X series, which I think that didn't really put much thought process into at all. So we also didn't just get to see the PlayStation 5, we also got to see a few different things. We got to see the DualSense controllers, which we have already seen, which are a little bit different. Obviously, other than the colours, they look pretty similar. They kind of look like a little bit of a hybrid between the Xbox One controller and the PlayStation 4 controller, if I'm being honest. But as somebody with quite small hands, I enjoy the PlayStation 4 controller, but a lot of people actually prefer the Xbox One controller, so I think they've sort of compromised and realised that most people actually prefer the Xbox One controller. Not me personally, but hey ho. We got to see a look at the charging docks, which look pretty cool. The PlayStation 5, when you purchase it, it will come with a high definition camera for streaming, which is awesome because the camera for the PlayStation 4 is very out of date now. So it'd be good to have that in as well. It'd be good, hopefully, if it's in sync with the PlayStation VR, it might make for a better gaming experience. We also get a look at the brand new official headset, which looks incredible. I will definitely be picking that up. I also have a bit of a thing with wireless where I think sometimes they cut out and it sort of ruins the experience. Like, if you're playing an amazing game and it cuts out once in an hour, it can affect your immersion. So I do like a wired option as well, which there probably will be a wired come along with this as well. So moving on to the two types of consoles we see, it's not as complicated as you think. They've announced a digital version and the original PlayStation 5. The only difference being the digital edition will not have a disc tray in it at all, and because of this it will definitely be a cheaper version of the game. And this is probably going to be why they justify charging more for the base PS5. I can see the PS5 coming in at around £450, which is probably $450 to $500, and the digital edition maybe being 5 to 10% less, probably maybe £400 or $450. I will be getting the disc edition of the game, of the console, for several reasons. One, we have no idea how big the memory is going to be on the PS5, probably between 1 and 2 terabytes. Which, considering how big the games are towards the end of this generation cycle, being, there's rumours of The Last of Us Part 2 being over 100 gigs of download, a terabyte doesn't get you very far, and especially with these new modern games, you might only be able to store 10 games, which isn't enough. And even if you add additional terabyte hard drive, which I have a 2 terabyte hard drive, it still isn't going to last very long. So you do need to have, for me personally, having a disc just allows to bring down the requirement of a large memory storage. Also as well, I'm a game collector, I collect discs. I know a lot of you do and a lot of you don't, which is absolutely fine. I buy a lot of games on digital, a lot of games in sales, but I do like to buy the hard copies of the games that I love, such as Last of Us Part 2, Spider-Man, God of War, Red Dead, and I'll be buying the launch games on hardback card disc as well. These two styles of consoles show that Sony really do want to abandon physical media and sort of just favour the digital downloads, which, I'm all for, sort of. It's not really that big of a deal at the minute. But I do like the idea of being able to buy second-hand discs. I think it gives us a bit of power over the prices of the games, as opposed to digital when, there's games that came out 5-6 years ago which are still full price. But that's a topic for another video. I've seen a few memes going around that this actually is a reverse Oreo, or that it looks a bit like the Nintendo Wii. I have to say it does look a little bit like the Nintendo Wii, only purely because of the colour. But it's definitely more slick and more modern. I think this press release of the console and it being revealed in such a good way has really made me excited, and I think I was on the fence, to be honest, about whether or not I was going to buy a PS5 or not, only because I don't know about you guys, but you know, when you're working full time and stuff, you get a massive backlog of games. My backlog was horrendously big, but you know, I think with the games that have been released, mainly being Spider-Man and Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm probably going to be picking the PlayStation 5 at launch now. What about you guys? You going to be picking one up? Let me know in the comments down below. What are you most excited for? What's your opinion of the PlayStation 5? To be honest, it's a bit of a moot point for me because I don't really care how the console looks. I just want good games. I just want to play it. I don't spend days looking at my PlayStation 4 going, oh, this is a beautiful console. I just don't. I just put the discs in or just click on the game and play it, and I don't really care. The controller looks fine. Looks like it'll probably be easy to adapt to. Not too different from the PlayStation 4, but a little bit of variation. All in all, it looks decent, and I've really got no negative comments to say about it, just because I'm not that bothered about, again, as to how the console looks. But let me know what you think down below. Do you think they made the bad decision by going white and black, or do you think it looks good? I mean, to be fair to me, I support my local football team plays in black and white, so I can always get behind the colour of black and white. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and take it easy.